Okay, so we're live. Hi everyone, Marjorie'S here. I am baking. So tonight I'm going to be baking my Christmas cake. So I'm just going to get right into it. First I need 2 cups of brown sugar. So I'm going to put that into my mixer. And then I need 2 cups of butter, 1 pound of butter. Hope some people will come and look at me doing this. Hope you will be inspired. You see how easy this is. So for I got this going here, so I'm gonna put it on in the meantime. Hopefully it won't be too noisy. Hopefully it won't be too noisy. Okay. So while this is going on, let's just scrape this down. This butter sitting at the top here. So this is my regular Christmas cake, and it is not fruit cake, it's fruit cake, but it is not as traditional as some. I don't put a lot of rum in mine, yeah, but most of it is the same, but you know, little difference here, little difference there. So I have in here 4 cups of flour. So while this is going on, let that go. 4 cups of flour. So to that, I'm going to put 4 teaspoons of baking powder. This 1, 2. Doesn't have to be exact. Fruit cake is not that big of a deal. We put 4 teaspoons. And then I'm going to put a little bit of salt. I don't, maybe put a ½ teaspoon, if that, right? Of salt. The reason why I'm wearing this because my husband wants to post this on his channel. Then we're going to put 4 teaspoons of cinnamon. 1, 2. I usually have it measured already, but you know. And to that, I'm going to put, this is nutmeg. Doesn't have to be an exact science. You don't want to put too much, right? So 4 teaspoons, give or take. And that's my dry ingredients. So what I usually do, I use a whisk and I just whisk it all up here. Just whisk her up. See? It's kind of brown with the cinnamon, so, and cinnamon is so lovely, right? So you just whisk it so it mixes together. I have one of these things that I used last night, but it's too slow. Then I still have to mix it up again, so because it doesn't mix the ingredients together. So I find the whisk do a much better job. When you sift it in here, it still stays, you know, like you see the cinnamon and the nutmeg over here, right? But baking powder, cinnamon, nutmeg, and a little bit of salt to your 4 cups of flour. And that is sitting here And so, here we go. So we want to stop this for a little bit and scrape the sides down. Right? Scrape it, make sure it's blending together properly. I use 2 spatulas because I gotta use not one spatula to scrape the other spatula off. Alright, and I like this little one here. It gets right in here. I forgot to take out the lumps of sugar. I know it's like to 10 o'clock, but hopefully somebody will see this. I probably won't go for the whole session of baking, right? But go around, and once this is blended nicely, then I'm going to put some eggs in here. So I have a dozen eggs. You see that? Got my eggs in here. Trust me, it's a dozen. It's 12. And oh, have my pans all ready. They're all lined with parchment, and I found these at Dollarama. I think they're 9-inch, but our 8-inch pans are just cut a little bit off, but they're perfect. You don't have to make a whole thing dry and cut it out. No, these are maybe $1.25 or $1.50 for I don't know how many, but I used some last night. I'm using some now. Gonna give this another little scrape. Scrape here. No, I'm not used to being on a weeknight, but I thought I'd just share my baking with you. Usually I don't, because I like to bake in silence. Maybe music, but I thought I'd share. Even if you come on and see it tomorrow, that's fine. So we're creaming the butter and the sugar. So for this cake, it's a pound of butter, 2 cups of sugar, brown sugar preferably, and 4 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons baking powder, 4 teaspoons of cinnamon, 4 teaspoons of nutmeg, and about a half a teaspoon of salt. You want to hurry it up, right? So keep scraping it down, making sure that it's blending properly. And yeah. This is messy work. There we go. So we're going to give it another little rub here. And I'm using Marjorie'S, always Marjorie'S. I have some red label, and so continue the recipe. I'm gonna put in the 12 eggs little by little, right? So I'll put it on low, turn it up, scrape it down again. This is a constant, right? Constant. It looks messy, it smells amazing, and it will taste amazing, right? So I'll put it on low, And I'm putting maybe 3 or 4 at a time eggs. Let me show you. Whoa. I think like 6 went in there. But that's okay. It's not going to spoil it. I'm going to put up a little more. Get them in there, see? So we have 6 eggs in here and we have 6 more to go. I was trying to do like 3, but so I put it low and then I go in slow. Oh. So we have our butter, sugar, and eggs going on here. And pretty soon we're going to put our liquids in, like our vanilla, our orange extract, and our almond extract. And those is like a tablespoon each. 2 tablespoons of the vanilla. And I have another, I thought this was open. But we have the butter, sugar, and all that jazz going, right? So, why? I heard it. Who knew, right? So to the eggs, I'm going to stop it and scrape it down a little bit because so it gets right in there. We're going to double spatula here. So to that we're going to add 1 tablespoon of almond. Don't need more than a tablespoon. And we'll put the lid on this later. Hopefully I don't spill it. And orange essence, orange extract, I should say. Jesus. 1 tablespoon of orange extract. It wasn't quite. Orange extract. And this is almond extract. And then we're going to put a tablespoon of vanilla, pure vanilla. And I'm going to put some of this baker's thingy. This thing is magic. Okay? This is almost So then we're going to put this on. Let it mix and come together. And then we're going to go for the main ingredient. Without this ingredient, there is no fruit cake. So you see that in there? It looks black. That's the fruit. And that fruit, get my spoon here. This is from last year, and it's been soaking in rum and wine, and it's grounded. That's the one. So while that is Stirring up. Whoop, that won't go in there. Whoops a daisy. So I just made some more yesterday or the day before, a few days ago. And so I'm just gonna mix this in with this is the fresh one that I just made. And I'm just gonna mix in this one. A little bit right in there. Just rinse my hand. Sorry about that. Dry my hands. Okay. So in there, I'm going to put 5 cups of this deliciousness. Oh my God. This is so awesome in here. It has rum and wine. Good stuff. Measuring cup. Measuring cup. So I'm going to put 5 cups of fruit. Guys, this is my recipe. My recipe is on this little piece of paper for years. So I'm going to drop this a little bit. I'm going to just put this in here. That's 1 cup. Give or take, right? That's 2 cups, 3 cups, 4 cups. Oh my, should have get that in there. Alright, so we're gonna mix that in slowly, and my bowl is already filled up, so I'm gonna get my mixing bowl and then I'm gonna pour that in there and finish up. So I got my big mixing bowl here. 4. So I need to put 1 more. Okay. 1 more cup of fruit. I don't want to put too much because it gets so heavy. So I have to move faster because I still have to put in the flour, but I usually put that in last. And you know what else I forgot to put in there, guys? Coloring. So we'll put this out the way here. And I'll grab the coloring. So I used to use Cross and Blackwell, which I used for the first one that I did yesterday, but I'm trying this new one. It's Grace, right? So I'm gonna need, let me see, I'll put, oh, this doesn't look very, put 2 tablespoons because that's what my recipe calls for. This Grace brownie look very brown. I never used it before, so I hope that it will be fine. Let's load this up back again and go slow. So here we have 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of butter, 12 eggs, and we have our vanilla extract, we have our almond extract, our orange extract in here, and we have some browning. So that's the, you know, they call it black cake. I don't like it black, so I don't put a lot of browning in mine. And so we're gonna turn this up a little bit, and let's see, right? And then I'm gonna pour it into my scrape on the side a little. I don't know. It's a lot in here, but I'm gonna give it another mix. Give it one more mix, and then I'm gonna pour it in here. And I also have some glazed cherries. That's about a half a cup. There is some in the mixed fruit already, but I like to put some, cut up some and put in there. Make it a little more. When you take a bite, you get a little chunk of cherry. I think I overmixed it, but it's okay. This is not my first rodeo. It's my first rodeo live. So we're gonna I like to just shake it, just like that, to get most of it off. And then we just untangle. So this is what I do every year about this time. Making Christmas cake. And if you're Jamaican, you know what I mean. Or if you're West Indian, you know what I mean. And I also made what we call sorrel. So there's the mix. It looks kind of yellow, right? But it smells amazing. And it is amazing when it's finished. If you want to see the finished product, you can see it. I put up a reel last night, or this morning, I think. This morning. I put up a reel with the finished product, right? So we're going to clear this out. Then we're going to go to mixing it up, putting in the flour. So here we go. So I got my flour, 4 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons baking powder, 4 teaspoons of cinnamon, 4 teaspoons of nutmeg, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Alright. So I put in about half of the flour. It looks like a little bit of flour to all this fruit and whatnot, but it's going to be amazing. Usually I get my hubby to do the mixing, the heavy mixing here, but listen, I'm on my own today. Hi, Pastor Denise. Baking up some fruit cake here. I can't respond but by speak. I can just look and talk because the iPad is on the other side of this island, and I'd have to run around and come back. So here we have all our flour in, and I hope, because I'm doing it here, I don't miss anything, but I don't think I miss anything, right? So if it gets a little lumpy or whatever, I'm going to use this big spoon here, and I'm going to give it a good, nice mix, right? Because guys, this KitchenAid is just good for blending the sugar and the butter quickly. And once you get this to this point, after you put in the eggs and all of that, it gets really, it's a lot. So you have to get a bigger bowl. The mixer bowl is not big enough. So and the reason why I put the fruit in with the liquid is because I find that the machine helps to break it up, right? Because it's very thick. So sometimes if you don't mix it properly, it end up, so here I'm gonna put my red label. Just gonna throw that in there. Yes, good old red label from home, right? And then I'm just gonna mix this. This is, yes. I'm not sure the color is coming up really nice, so I'm probably gonna, because this Grace is not as thick as the Croissant Blackwell, so I think I'm gonna put another tablespoon, although I probably don't need it. I think it was the same last night. I don't like my cake black, guys, and I don't like it with a lot of rum, and I don't like it with too much fruit. Although it's called fruit cake, I like it light on the fruit. Everybody else in here like it, you know, the traditional way, but they have to like mine, right? They have to eat mine because I won't make it with a lot of fruit, right? But it still has quite a bit of fruit, right? So, a lot of scraping. So we're gonna give this a little mix. This is some hard work, guys. Hard work. It's hard work. This cake making thing, man. I'll probably do this again once more if I need to. And where are my cherries? So, almost forgot these. Green and red cherries all cut up. So you just put that in here. And when you cut it, just get a nice little bite of cherry. As I like it anyway. I like it. Maybe I'll put a little dabble of this Grace browning, about a half a tablespoon, and hope it don't come out too dark. This could just go to the family. The ones that don't live here. Hope they don't see this video. Oh my god, guys, this is hard. I need a proper wooden spoon. This is not a wooden spoon. It's a metal spoon, and it's not very good for my hand. It's kind of rough on my hand here. This is looking really good. There you go. Yes. So I'm gonna preheat the oven. By the time I fill them, the oven will be preheated. By the time I fill the cans and whatnot, right? There was a time when I stopped putting a lot of wine, or I wouldn't put rum, but I realized that all that stuff gets, when it's baked, right, it evaporates and it doesn't taste strong. When it's strong is when you put it on after, right? And what I do is, whoa! What I do is, when I take this out of the oven, I probably give it, I never used to do that, but I'm doing it now. I give it like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I actually put the wine on it right away while it's still hot from the oven. And then I give it about 15 minutes in the pan to let it set a little bit, because what I was finding was I was taking it out, it was so hot. And then, you know, they would kind of break or almost break or whatever. So I try not to do that anymore. But yeah, so I usually do 2 big ones, and these glass bowls, they do very well in here. Here's a measuring cup. I usually measure it and say, okay, I'm gonna do, say, 4 cups in each, 4 or 5 cups, depends. That's 3. This is 4, and I'm gonna scrape it out. And I know some people, and I used to do that too, but I don't do it anymore. Some people, they just smooth it out here. Some people slam it down on the thing to settle it. I don't do that because I don't want my cake to be like heavy. So, all the dirty dishes. So that's 1. I put 4 in that one. Let me see. I might put just 3 in this one because I don't want it too, because this is a deep bowl. So I don't want it too thick, right? Let me have one more. And when I put it in the oven, it goes in at 325 because I'm using my oven is convection oven, so both. So I'm using the convection oven, and I put it in at 325 on that for half an hour, and then after half an hour I drop it another 25, so I put it at 300 for 1 hour. And trust me, it's I'm amazed actually by this. I love this this kind of oven. I'm not gonna put any more in that one. Maybe put a little more in this. Look like I should have done another pan. Right? Okay. So we have those. Oh, here's another one. And then we might have enough for a sample. Last night's sample was a little itty bitty thing. My husband said, "What is that?" Is that the sample? Yeah, it is the sample. That's what was left. So I have 4 of them that's going in. I'm gonna see how much is left and see. But in a nutshell, guys, this is it. And I will. I probably can get a little. I probably can get this one here. So that's my little thing. I'm gonna grab this here bowl, right? Dry. And I'm gonna take one of my little circular thingies. I'm telling you, these are a godsend because I usually sit here, mark them out with a pen, then cut them. Who is this? Naomi. Hi, Naomi. So, look, I'm not very creative, okay? So, this is not going to come out into a nice little circle. Oh God, it's still too big. It's still too big. And some of them, what I do, instead of, I butter them a little bit. Where's the butter? Where's the butter? Butter. So just grab a little bit of butter. And you see me, my hands are clean. I just washed them. And I just put some butter. Usually I have, oh Lord. Guess what? We're just going to use butter in it. This is my sample. And this is our butter. Okay, guys? It's not rocket science. It's not hard. It's, okay. Thanks, Nene. And then I just put a little flour. I grab some flour. And look at that. See that? And I just throw that out. Here you go. Look at that. See? All right. And we are going to do that. Oven is still preheating. Okay, this looks like I'm going to get a nice sample here. There you go. This is more than a sample. Somebody's going to be happy about that. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, if I can reach it, got some cherries here. Let me rinse my hand again. So what I'm going to do with that, put a cherry in the middle, put a couple around. Just make it look pretty, that's all. It doesn't do anything else. It just looks nice and pretty. Right? So we're gonna put them, I don't put them very deep. Okay. Green and another red. Ah! Okay. And we just do that with all of them. Maybe put 3 greens on this one and 1 red, and you don't push them all the way down, so you can, when it finished, you can see it on the top. So I'm gonna put 2 red, 2 greens, and then I'm gonna put a red in the middle, and we're done. And my oven is preheated, so give me a second. Let me drop the temperature. So, if I can show you. So that's the cake. Oh, she's falling. I'm gonna just drop them in the oven. Put the other two. And the reason why I don't fill them up is because then they just they come right up to the top, right? So, all right. So they're in the oven, and I'm gonna set it for 30 minutes. Timer. So 30 minutes at 325, and then, guys, this is tiring. Wow. Something I want to share with you. One of the great things that I do is I put water, a thing of water, in the bottom of the oven. So right now it's steaming, right? So it cooks with the heat and the steam together, and you get a nice moist cake. And when I'm ready to cut one, I'll videotape it, and then I'll post it up here. But who's this? Hi there on Instagram, Kristen Makeup. Okay, that's probably one of Mara's friends. But yes, happy to see you here. I am baking my famous or traditional Christmas cake, black cake, rum cake, fruit cake, Jamaican cake, Caribbean cake, all of the above. But it's just one cake, right? And so I'm using, I use all my little thing there. So now they're in the oven they're gonna be there for an hour and a half, right? Probably less, because the smaller ones will finish in no time. They'll finish maybe about 45 minutes for the smallest one, and then it goes. But thank you all for watching. This has been awesome. Thanks for accompanying me on my Christmas cake baking journey. And I'll let you know how it turned out. I'll just throw up a video when I take them out of the oven, so you can see the finished product, right? But Ruth Han. Oh, see, guys, I'm so sorry, because the the tablet is on the other side of this island. You see how wide this island is? And yes. So thank you for joining me on Instagram and on Facebook, and I'll let you know how it turned out. Usually it's okay. I'm the worst critic of myself. Everybody will eat it and they'll be like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. And I'm like, no, something is not, but last night's came out pretty good, and hopefully this one is fine. And then I'll probably do one more bake before. I'm going to try to do a sorrel cake next. And when I do that, I'm going to go live with that. And, or if I don't go live, I'll make a video. But lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you all for joining me. It's been a blast. Yes, I wish I had more time to talk when I was preparing the batter, but it's very difficult for me to do that because, with my memory thing here, I'm afraid I'll skip something, so I had to stay focused. So now I can talk, everybody's gone, but that's okay. It was lovely, and hope you'll come back again with one of my lives. I do a live woman-to-woman conversations every Saturday evening now, at 7 o'clock. Come join and bring your friend, tell your friends to join, right? And hopefully you'll join me there as well. Thank you so much. Blessings. Have a good night. It is 10:30. Yes. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye. Bobby's cooking journey. Yeah, Jamaican cooking journey. Whatever. Cooking something. See that? That's my husband's YouTube channel. He's going to put this on there.